Yes, Galamsey, I believe the minister is ready and willing at all times to come and brief us on the progress being made. I can testify that a lot of work is going on. A lot of equipment that would have aggravated the situation have been seized, excavators seized. It has become next to impossible to import excavators into this country. Next to impossible. I have been approached by even contractors, road contractors, who have legitimate road construction contracts from government, and they are having a difficulty even getting permission from government to import specifically excavators for the purposes of their road construction projects, because government is very, very keen on limiting the influx of excavators into our country. And indeed, for those who don't really understand the Galamsey menace, like I said, since colonial times, artisanal mining has been happening in this country. Since colonial times. But what aggravated and created the vast expanse of excavations across the country for the purposes of small-scale mining has been the introduction of excavators into the country. The sponsorship that came from our Chinese brothers and sisters, and the involvement of party kingpins in trying very hard to get governments to compromise and allow them to carry out these operations. And if you look at the activity of this government in these three areas, clearly no one can question the amount of work that has gone into stopping the excavations. So no more excavators come into the country. Those out there have been arrested. They've been arrested, and efforts are ongoing to permanently confiscate them. And so we don't see the level of excavations that used to happen. But I am first to admit that at the artisanal level, we still have young people out there with their pickaxes and their shovels, digging and trying to find some gold. But that level of damage is not what really, we should be so worried about. So that attempt to create an impression that Galamsey is happening and nothing is being done about it, I agree that we are not reclaiming. So anybody driving will see a lot of open pits along the roads and highways, but that is not digging that took place in the last 9 months. That's not. If you are flying an aircraft from here to Kumasi and you look out through the window, you will see vast areas of excavations between Accra and Kumasi in the eastern regions and some portions of Ashanti region. But these are not excavations that happened in the last 8 months. These are excavations that have happened for the last 12, 15 years. Because we haven't filled those pits, when you are still driving around, you see it. So we must admit that a lot of work has gone in. Unlike in the past where party kingpins, where reports were brought by ministers showing that government officials are aiding and abetting. Today, any government official found to be aiding and abetting will be arrested. Any party official, no matter how high, whether you are at the national level or you are at the regional level, if you are caught, the president will not say anything. He will allow the due process of the law to deal with you. A mere allegation against you is creating a problem. Even a member of this house who is alleged to have obstructed the enforcement of the ban was arrested and arraigned before the courts. So I can say that when it comes to the commitment to fight Galamsey as a menace, the track record of this government is unparalleled. So we are ready, and we believe that you are mentioning the name because what? This government has taken action. The name you are mentioning, it is because this government has taken action. Unlike in the past, when certain regional chairmen were known to be openly involved in galamsey and government appointees, and even the minister wrote a report and nothing happened about the report, and journalists, videotape people and then exposed it and nothing happened. In this government, just bring the evidence and this government will deal with that person ruthlessly. Mr. Speaker, the minister will come as often as we want him to brief this House. Sango Lagoon issue, yes, I think you can ask questions, urgent questions, and the relevant sector minister will come and brief this House as to exactly what is happening. Time allocated for commentary. I believe that we haven't really changed anything. That's always been the practice in this House, that leadership have more time, chairmen and ranking members have more time than, backbenchers and etc. And that is exactly what has been repeated. I think where the problem is what I raised at the beginning of this parliament, which is the disproportionate allocation of time between the minority and the majority, because why do I say so? We have 88 on this side and we have 189 on this side.
87.
So 87 on this side, we have 189 on this side. So when you say equal numbers, during the debate, one person speaks, one person speaks, one person speaks, one person speaks. By the time you finish, you will have, 100 people, 87 people here speak, and then 87 here people here speak. You will still have, over 100 on this side who haven't had the opportunity. So, yes, I agree that it is not about the content, it's about the opportunity we give to backbenchers. That was why from the beginning I argued in this House that given the vast number, the differential in the numbers, if we stick to the principle that we are two sides and therefore we must be given equal time in any debate, yes, substance-wise it may not matter, but in terms of opportunity to participate, the people on this side of the House will be unfairly treated, and it's beginning to manifest. It's beginning to manifest. So I think that we must revisit that issue so that, yes, I'm not saying it has to be, 2-1, 2-1, so that when 10 people speak on this side, 20 people on this side will get to speak, so that as many backbenchers on this side will have the opportunity to also have a bite. So that is an appeal that, again, I want to make to Speaker, because this is a ruling of Speaker, and by our standing orders, unless I come by motion to challenge it, and I'm not willing to challenge Mr. Speaker's ruling. But once again, just to appeal that even as you enforce the ruling, and I recall Speaker said it is subject to the discretion of the Speaker. Maybe if Speaker will exercise his discretion and allocate more speaking opportunities to the majority so that many of our members and backbenchers can also have a bite during the period of the commentary, it will help us and reduce some of the pressure on my good self. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, but Honorable Minority Chief Whip, I asked specifically whether there is a further comment, and you said no.
Speaker, with respect, my commentary is coming as a result of the response of the Leader of the House.
Very well.
Speaker, let me just say that on the matter of galamsey, it's important we contextualize it. I am not calling for the minister to just come one off and come and read statement and then go back to the ministry. No. I am calling for the minister to be here every week Yeah, you said, leader, we listened to you in silence. You said that as many times as possible, the minister will come. Yes, if you concede to the fact that the fight is becoming difficult. And Speaker, I heard him when he talking about galamsey and when you sat, what do you call it? You sat in an aeroplane, area view, there is demolition all over, it's happening all over the place. There is a singular litmus test. There's a singular litmus test. If the water bodies are getting bad, if our lands are getting destroyed, and now, under your watch, listen to me. Because the way he's disrupting my good friend, he doesn't want me to speak. That's because protect me. I'm your friend. Now, I'm saying that it's not about we are not importing excavators anymore. That is just a microscopic aspect of the entire problem. Now, the best litmus test is how is the land now. Our farmlands are being destroyed. Our water bodies are being destroyed. All major water bodies in this country are getting bad. Now, we are even being told by scientific reports that heavy metals are found in food, contomere, and all other food from the farms. That cannot be a good test. So I'm saying, and if we are adopting the report, let's adopt the business statement appropriately. And I am saying that the minister should not just come and read one-off statement and go back. No. Every week he should be here. My proposal.
When the chairman of the business committee said, as often, what does that mean?
That can be interpreted to mean anything. I am saying that we should adopt a position that every week the lands ministry.
It can even be twice in a week.
Yes, that's fine. But I want us
because
to adopt
the word he uses as often.
Yes, but I am saying that he should come at least minimum once every week. And I'm not calling for the minister himself. The deputy minister can come and do that. And then I want us to set that matter clear. And I'm also saying that this matter about number of excavators imported is neither here nor there. If the water bodies are bad and we are finding heavy metals in our foodstuff from the farm, and you tell me you are fighting galamsey, you have failed. You have failed. And I see him struggling to justify. Let the minister come and speak to the people's representative. Speaker, on the matter of proportion, disproportionate speakers, it's neither here nor there. The leader and the majority leadership should get innovative. What we have done, maybe you should learn from us. What? Learn from us. We have a wonderful blend. The old members of parliament and the first-time members, we have done a wonderful blend. That is, you should be taking a cue from our position. Your people are complaining, your backside, they are all complaining. Because why? Because you are not filling them. We have trained our first-time members of parliament, and they are ready to do justice. Now you are complaining. Where are your people? Look at that. Empty seat. You have 187 members of parliament. Your side is empty. So we are simply saying that what the majority leader is proposing is alien to parliamentary jurisprudence. It is nowhere in the world that you say that 5 people should speak and 1 person from our side should speak. What is that? What is that? No. The speaker has settled this matter. And I'm happy.
Is there a football formation?
I don't know. And Speaker, I'm happy at conclave. You gave a wise counsel that leadership should relate. They shouldn't come and create problems for you. Leadership should relate to the speaker. The speaker has ruled on this matter, and he rightly observed that he knows what to do if he wants to challenge the speakers. You cannot appeal to us. We will not accept any appeal from you. The status quo remains. If you want to challenge the ruling of the speaker, leader, as experienced as you are, come by a motion. And we'll face you on that motion. They should do a wonderful blend. Find a way of blending their colleagues. Now, Speaker, on the galamsey, no matter what you say, the people of this country will not be convinced. Especially when the water bodies are bad.
Honorable members, can we talk
concluding
about the business statement?
Speaker, my commentary is coming out of his answers. Speaker, he spoke for about 10 minutes, and as if he was the lands minister, speaking authoritatively on galamsey. Meanwhile, he's not at the lands ministry. I don't know if galamsey is happening at his backyard. There's no galamsey at your backyard. For those of us who have been affected, let us speak, because our future is on the line. So the minimum once in a week, I want us to adopt, the House to adopt it. The ministry must be here. And see that we must give them template. They just can't come and read speeches and just go away. This House, leadership must give template on what they have to come and speak to. They can't just come and read long, winding speeches and just walk away and say that they are fighting galamsey. Is that how to fight galamsey? Show by competence. The water level must change. The turbidity level of the waters must change. That is only when we can say that you are doing well. Speaker, without adding more, I want to say that we should adopt a position that minimum once a week, the land ministry must appear.
Unfortunately, you are not in charge of programming government business.
Speaker, well, I'm saying that people.
So it's a suggestion that you are making.
Speaker, I beg you, can I just finish? I am only making majority that sit down. I have not finished. I have not finished. Speaker, I have not finished. If I have said something untoward, you can get up and catch the eye of the speaker. I am saying that galamsey, you are failing.
But you are a member of the business.
You are failing. You are failing and you are failing.
You are a member of the business committee.
Show leadership.
You are a member of the business committee.
Yes. I cannot program all by myself.
Very well. Then you are done. Yes, Majority Leader. Yes, I won't listen to you again.
Mr. Speaker.
You had the opportunity. I won't listen to you again. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, this House has 43 committees. 43 committees. The committees are led by chairpersons and rankings. And the chairpersons have deputies, and the rankings, I think, also have deputies. Mr. Speaker, this site has only 87 members. Only 87 members. Only 87 members. Mr. Speaker, by virtue of being only 87, if they are to choose leadership of committees, invariably, they have 86 members who will be leaders. Because one is chairperson, the other is either a ranking or deputy ranking. So, Mr. Speaker, in the process, almost, all of them will end up being in leadership of committees. And the time allocation gives leadership of committees more time than backbenchers. So it is nothing innovative that you are doing. It's nothing innovative. You can't say that this side should learn from you, that we should be innovative. If innovation is depleting your numbers in this chamber, we will prefer to remain the majority and not be speaking. You cannot deplete your numbers and come and say you are innovative. Because that is what has led to this situation where almost every one of you gets to speak and gets to speak for 10 minutes because almost everybody is either a ranking member or a vice ranking member or even a chairman of a committee. So there's nothing innovative that you are doing. So don't tell me that this side should learn and be innovative like you. Mr. Speaker, well, I'm in a dispatch box, but he has brought it onto all of us. And as for the issue of galamsey, I know that in communication, part of the trick is continue repeating a lie. And so if you continue repeating a lie for so many times, it might be confused as being the truth. I understand that that is part of communication. But the truth of the matter is that everybody in this country knows that this government is fighting galamsey. And everybody knows that we inherited a very bad situation when Galamsey was not being fought. It was a free-for-all affair. Excavators everywhere. Indeed, the Minister for Environment under President Akufo-Addo, under the NPP, publicly indicated the involvement of senior government officials in Galamsey activities, in forests and everywhere. So you cannot come today and pretend that Galamsey started 8 months ago. You cannot. And you cannot say that water bodies are polluted and the pollution occurred 8 months ago. Yes. All the excavations that you did and the heavy metals that polluted those areas, it takes time to be able to extract them. Indeed, some of them, it will be difficult to even extract them. So you cannot all of a sudden expect that within 8 months, all the heavy metals that have been poured at the Galamsey site for 8 years will all of a sudden just vanish. It doesn't vanish that way. It doesn't vanish that way. It doesn't vanish that way. It requires huge investments. And as we speak, government is taking steps to reclaim those areas. So I can assure you that this whole claim that, you know, if foodstuff today, okay, have traces of mercury in them, can you ask yourself, when was that particular item planted? How long did it take to harvest that item? Any food in the market must have been planted 6 months ago. Is that okay? And harvested at least 3 months ago. And processed to now be in the market. So it cannot be Galamsey that occurred in the last 6 months that has polluted the water bodies to create a situation where there is pollution in the foodstuffs. No. This is work that you did that caused the pollution. And we're trying to fix it. Support us. And as for the minister coming here every week or twice in a week, you are asking the minister to go out there and fight Galamsey. And you're asking him to leave the fight and come and then be briefing you. So what is the minister expected to do? To be here every day briefing this house, or to be in the field fighting Galamsey? Which one do you want? Are you saying that the minister should stop the fight out there in the field? Is Galamsey happening in this chamber? Is Galamsey happening in this chamber? Why should the minister spend most of his time in this chamber briefing this house on Galamsey instead of being out there in the field fighting Galamsey? So, Mr. Speaker, let me conclude by indicating that as for the minister, anytime that you ask a question and request of him to be here to answer questions on Galamsey activities, I can assure you that the minister will come and answer the questions and brief the House. And I also want to plead that this whole arrangements and speaking allocation and proportionality should actually be reconsidered, because the backbenchers on this side have really been deprived of some opportunity that backbenchers on this side are enjoying. And I just want us to be fair. It's not on all issues that I would say it should be, 2-1. But when it comes to commentary on the budget, well, there's only one minority leader and one majority leader. But we have so many backbenchers here and very few backbenchers here, and that's why we're asking for proportional. But for leaders, there's just one minority and one majority leader. Mr. Speaker, I thank you.
Honourable members, the business statement as presented is hereby adopted. Honourable members,
Speaker.
item number 7.
Speaker, I'm sorry. Speaker, I wish to find out, just for your clarification, with respect. So on the Minister for Lands or the Ministry of Lands coming to brief, what is the position that this House is adopting? Is it the case that we are saying that he can come on an inception of a question or on my call that every week he should be here once? What is the position now?
Well, we all understand the word often, and I will still stick by the meaning of the word often. Honourable members, item numbered 7.